Hello guys, welcome to another video in the series of coding. Today we are going to do the problem which is called broken blocks. So let's get started using one example. So this is a block and this is actually a game which has levels, right? So this is level 0, this is level 1, this is level 2 and so on. Now the numbers on these, right, they represent gold coins that you can collect. So the aim of the game is to collect the maximum number of gold coins that is possible. But there are some rules and regulations of the game. First rule is that from level 0 to level 1, right, if you are trying to move from one level to next level, you can only move using three ways, right? So either you move down, or you move diagonally left, or you move diagonally right. Okay, so what does this mean? This means is, suppose you are at box 5, you can go to this box, or you can go to the box below, or you can go to the box diagonally right. But let's say you are at box 2, right? If you are at box 2, you can go to the box below, which is this box, or you can go to this box which is diagonally right, but you cannot go to this box. You cannot go to the box which is these many steps away, right? So this is the first rule of the game. Okay, so from this 2 you cannot go to this box which is again 2. Okay, you cannot go to this box. Similarly from 6 you cannot go to this box which is -1. Okay, you cannot go because it's not possible. From 6 you can only go down, or you can go diagonally left. Okay, diagonally right is not there here in this case. Okay, so this is the first rule of the game. Now the second rule of the game is also very simple. It is that -1 means you are dead. Okay, -1 means you are going to fall off and you are going to die. So once you reach -1, you cannot move further. So if you come to this box, you are going to be dead. You cannot collect the coins from there. So you should never step on -1. Okay, you have to be careful. You have to never step on -1 because you are going to die. Okay, that's it. Now you have to find the maximum number of gold coins that you can collect in the entire game. Also, there is just one more last thing. In one level you cannot move across boxes. For example, if I collect 2, I cannot collect 5 because 2 and 5 are on the same level. Okay, both are on the same level. So from 2 I cannot move to 5. If I am stepping on 2, if I am collecting 2 gold coins, I can only move to the next level, which is the down level, right? So after 2 I can move to 3, but I cannot move to 5 from 2. Okay, that's it. These are the simple rules of the game. Now let's get started. So let's see if we play the game randomly. Okay, if I don't know these algorithm, data structure and algorithm, right, let's play the game randomly. Suppose I start from 2, then maybe I can move to 3, then maybe I can move to 4. Okay, so 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9. I'm going to collect 9 gold coins in this case. Okay, so one of the ways is 9. Let's say I try some other way. Let's say I start from 5, let's say I go to 3, let's say I go to 5 after that. So 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13. I can collect 13 gold coins. Okay, now but if I know data structure and algorithm, then I can try to maximize my gold coins, right? So instead of doing random trial and error, what I will do is I will write some algorithm to find the answer. What is the answer in this case? You start from 6, you go to 3, and then you go to 5. 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 5 is 14, and you're going to collect 14 gold coins, which is the answer in this case. Now how do we reach to 14, right? What is the algorithm to do that? So what we are going to do is we are going to just simplify the question, and what we have to do is at each step you have to find the maximum gold coins that you are collecting, right? So that is what we will do. We are going to take one matrix. Let me take one matrix. I am going to write the same values as I have in this right side. Okay, so first I have 2, then I have 5, then I have 6, then I have -1, I have 3, I have 2, then I have 4, I have -1, I have 5. Okay, now what I'm going to do in this matrix, at each step, at each box, right, I'm going to replace this with a maximum answer, with the maximum number of gold coins I can collect if I step on that box. For example here, right, if on the box 3, the maximum gold coins that I can collect if I step on 3 will be what that I'm going to store and write here, right? For example, if I step on 3, I can also I'll be coming from past levels, right? So 3 plus 6 will be 9. I can get 9 gold coins. If I step on the box 3, I would have already collected 6 gold coins, and 6 plus 3 will be 9. So in this box I'm going to replace this, and I'm going to write 9. So at each step in this matrix, I'm going to replace with the maximum gold coins I can collect if I step on that box, accounting for the previous levels also. Okay, that is a simple thing that we are going to do, and that will give us the answer. Okay, let's start from the very first box. It will become clear as we move on. So in the very first box, there are no previous levels, right? This is level 0. This is level 0, no previous levels. So for this box, the answer is simply going to be 2. Okay, for this box also there are no previous levels, so the answer is going to be 5. For this box also there are no previous levels. Okay, this is the starting level, this is level 0, so answer is going to be 6. Okay, now let's go to the next box. Next box is -1. -1 is dead box. -1 means -1 only, it is dead, you cannot collect any gold coins, we'll leave it as -1. Okay, let's go to the next box, 3. Now if we go to the box 3, we have 3 choices. Okay, so if you are at this box 3, either you have come from this box, or you have come from this box, or you have come from this box. Okay, why only 3 choices? Because you can only go down, or you can go diagonally right, or you can go diagonally left. Okay, that is the only possibility. So if you are stepping on the box 3, you have either come from this way. If you have come from this way, you will have 2 plus 3 5 coins. If you have come from the box above, you will have 5 plus 3 8 coins. If you have come from the box diagonally right, you will come 6 plus 3 9 coins. So maximum among 5, 8 and 9, if you take the maximum, it is going to be 9. So if you are stepping on this box, that means that you can replace this and you can write the answer as 9 for this box. So for this box the answer is 9, so I'm going to write it as 9. Okay, now let's go to the next box. For this box, now if you are stepping on this box, in the previous level you could have come from this way, or you could have come from this way, right? There are 2 possible ways. So 5 plus 2 is 7, 6 plus 2 is 8. So among the possibilities 7 and 8, the maximum is 8. So I am going to replace that with 8. Okay, so this box in this matrix I am going to replace and I am going to write it as 8. Okay, now let's go to the next box. So next box we have this particular box, right? Now see carefully, in this box 4, if I have to come, I cannot go from the top way, because like this is -1, so this is not possible. I could not have come from any such way. This is not possible because I can never step on -1. If I step on -1, I am dead there itself, right? So 4 has only one way, okay, which is coming from this way. Now if I want to calculate the answer, I can calculate it again. I can draw this way, and then I can draw 3 more ways. So I can calculate the answer for all the 3 ways. 4 plus 3 plus 2, 4 plus 3 plus 5, 4 plus 3 plus 6. I will be wasting lot of time by calculating the answer again if I again try to go to all the 3 ways and find the answer. Okay, so I don't want to do this because I can save time, because I have already stored the answer. If I step on the box which is having the value 3, the maximum I can do is 9, right? I need not do all these cases again. I know that the answer, if I need to find the answer coming from this way, the maximum is 9, right? So I can just see this matrix where I have already stored the answer, and I can just add this and I can get the answer. So the maximum possible is 4 plus 9, which is 13, right? 4 plus 9 is 13, because I have already stored the answer 9 here. 9 plus 4 is 13. So I need not calculate all the ways again. From this matrix I can see that the answer is going to be 13. Okay, now let's go to the next box. Next box is -1. I'll be dead if I step on this. So let me go to this box. Now again for this box 5, right? There are so many possible ways. Okay, see, let's see all the possible ways. If I come from 2 itself, then I have 2 ways further. If I come from 3, I have 3 ways further. Okay, so I can see that there are 5 ways. There are 5 ways to have reached the box 5. I need not calculate all the 5 ways again. If I go on to calculate all the 5 ways again, it will take a lot of time. So what I can do is, I can just look at this matrix. If I am coming to this box, right, I can just look at the values above and diagonally left, right? Here diagonally right is not valid, so I just need to look at 2 values. Which is maximum? Among 9 and 8, which is maximum? 9 is maximum. So 9 plus 5 will be 14. So for this case, the maximum answer is going to be 14, right? The answer is going to be 14. So I am going to just 1 second. So I am going to just erase it and I am going to write 14 here. Okay. Now after all the levels, I can just look at the maximum possible answer, which is 14. I can return the answer is 14, and it is along this particular way. 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 5 is 14. Okay, now let's quickly look at another 2 examples, and then we'll move forward to coding. So what I'm doing, very simple thing. See, I am just writing the same matrix again. Okay, I am just writing the same matrix again, and for each box I'm finding the maximum possible answer at that particular box. Okay, let's start with the first box. It's -1, nothing can be done. Let's go to the next box. Next box is 2. Okay, it's going to remain 2. For the very first level, you have no previous level, so the answer is going to remain same for the very first level. You need not make any changes. Let's go to the next level. Now we start from this box, right? So for this box, what are the possibilities? Either you come from above or you come from diagonally right. Okay, now this is -1, so this is useless. You will not consider this value, so you will just take this value. So 5 plus 2 will be 7, so I will replace this and I will write 7 here. Okay, let's go to the next box. Next box is -1, we can ignore it, right? Let's go to the next box. Again -1, we can ignore it. Okay, now let's go to this box. Now this is 2, right? So it can take 2 values. 2 plus 3 will be 5, 2 plus 4 will be 6, which is maximum. 6 is greater than 5, right? So I'm going to replace this and I'm going to write 6 here. Okay, let's go to the next box. Next box, this is 4, right? So from this I can come from the top or I can come from right. Now this is -1, so this path I will not take. I'll just take the top path. 4 plus 7, 4 plus 7 will be 11, so I'm going to write 11 here. Let's go to the next box. Next box is 3. I have 3 possibilities, but 2 of them are -1, right? So these are not allowed, so I have just one possibility. 3 plus 7, 3 plus 7 will be 10, so I will just write 10. Okay, and the other 2 are -1, so other 2 are useless. Okay, that's it. My game has ended, and in this row the maximum is 11, so 11 is my answer. And how did I get 11? This way. 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 4 is 11. Okay, now let me go to the next example. Now next example, again we are going to do the same thing, right? So first let me quickly write the matrix again, and once I write the matrix again, what are we going to do? We are going to start from the first box. First level, the values are going to remain same because there are no previous levels, so 3, 2 and -1. Let's go to the next box. Next box we have 4. 4 plus 3 is 7, so this I can replace with 7. Okay, let me go to the next boxes. This is -1, this is -1, so I can just ignore. Let me go to the next box. This is again -1, this is again -1, so I can just ignore. Now let me go to this box. So once I go to this box, see, I cannot come from this level or I cannot come from this level, right? So in this case the answer is going to be 7 only. Now let me go to the next box. This is also -1, so the answer is going to remain 2. In this case the answer is 3 plus 7, 10. 10 will be the answer. Okay, so let me replace it with 10. Okay, let me replace it with 10. Now let me go to the last box. Last box we have 8. 8 plus 7 will be 15, so let me replace it with 15. Okay, now in this case you may think that the answer is 15 because the maximum level is 15. Okay, but is 15 really the answer? Look at this case very carefully. If we go by our logic, 15 should be the answer. But how did you reach 15? You just did 8 plus 7 and that's how you reach 15, and you are thinking 15 is the answer because 15 is the maximum. But you have to always start from level 0, right? So if you never stepped on level 0 or level 1, how did you directly reach level 2 and level 3? This is not possible. Okay, this is not possible. You cannot just take these 2 values. So what are we doing wrong? What we are doing wrong is, see, when you have -1 and -1, okay, in these 2 levels, that means after stepping on this stone, right, you are starting from this stone and you are stepping on this stone. After this you cannot go anywhere because you have -1, -1, -1. If you step anywhere, you are dead. Okay, you are dead. So in this case the answer will not be 15, but the answer will be 7. 7 is the maximum. After stepping on this stone 7, you have no possibility to go to the next levels. Okay, this is one edge case that we have to consider very carefully, and we'll consider these cases while coding. Okay, so now let's move forward to coding it. So what are we doing? Very simple. Okay, before coding it, let's discuss the time and space complexity. Time complexity is very simple. We are just going into all of the stones at maximum, right? So it will be O of m into n, and space complexity will be O of 1. You are not using any extra space. It's the same matrix you are going to replace. Okay, so this is the time and space complexity. Now let's start. So what are we doing? First let me iterate over all the blocks. So for int I equal to 0, I less than matrix dot size, I plus plus. This is for iterating over all the rows and all the columns. So let me just write the 2 for loops, which are very simple. Okay, so we are just iterating over all the rows and all the columns. Now there is one variable that we need to declare, which is our answer. Okay, so initially we can give answer as anything, we can give answer as 0, and whenever we find the answer, we will replace it, and finally you can return your answer. Okay, now let's start. So what are we doing? Actually we are just doing very simple things, right? What is that? For each box, right? For each box, what were you doing? For each box, okay, so let me take fresh boxes. Whenever you have any box, right, what are you doing? For this box, for example, you are checking the top box, the diagonally left box, the diagonally right box. Okay, so for any box I comma j, what are you doing? You are just checking I minus 1 comma j, okay, the top box, or the box which is diagonally left, which is I minus 1 j minus 1, or the diagonally right box I minus 1 j plus 1. You are checking among these three boxes whichever is the maximum, and you are adding that to the answer. Okay, so let me take two variables, right? Sorry, three variables, int a, int b, int c. Okay, now, okay, what is a? Let me say a is matrix of I minus 1 j. What is this? This is just the box which is above it, okay, directly above the current box. Let me take b. B is the box which is matrix of I minus 1 j minus 1, which is the diagonal, okay, diagonally left. Okay, and let me take the box which is diagonally right, so matrix of I minus 1 j plus 1. This is the box which is diagonally right. Okay, so these are the three boxes. Now among these three boxes, whichever is the maximum, right? So maximum of a, b and c. Okay, max function takes only two variables, so you will have to declare it like this. First you take the maximum between b and c, and then you take the maximum of a and whatever is maximum between b and c. So this will give the maximum among all the three, a, b and c. Whichever is the maximum, you are going to add that to the matrix. Okay, that's it. This is the simple thing that we are doing. Okay, now there are some cases which we need to consider. For example, if matrix of ij, if that is itself minus 1, then in this case you have to continue, because this is a dead cell, right? If it's a dead cell, you cannot just add anything to dead cells, right? It will disturb our answer. If it is a dead cell, you cannot step on it. Okay, you have to just continue. Okay, now there are some more cases which you have to consider. For example, for the very first row, right, in the very first level, you will not have these top cells. Okay, for example, if you are at this box and if you give I minus 1, okay, it will give you an error. Okay, because if I is 0, I minus 1 will be minus 1. So if you just directly give this, you will get error. Okay, you will get an error because that cell doesn't exist. So you will have to check that condition. So I minus 1 should be greater than equal to 0, then only you can give this. Okay, if it is not, that means if for example I is equal to 0, then I minus 1 will be minus 1. Okay, so if you give matrix of minus 1, it will be an error. So in that case, what we can do, we can just give some other value. For a, I will give minus 1. Okay, I'll just give this a value as a flag. That means this doesn't exist. Okay, similarly for the next conditions also, I will have to check I minus 1 should be greater than equal to 0, and j minus 1 should also be greater than equal to 0. Then this is valid. Otherwise let my b be minus 1. Okay, similarly for this condition. Okay, now when I'm checking this condition, see, this is j plus 1. Now j plus 1 can go out of bounds in this cell. Okay, for example, consider this cell. In this cell, if you do j plus 1, right, if you do j plus 1, see, this will be I comma j, this cell is I comma j, this consider this cell is I comma j, this cell will be I minus 1, j plus 1, right, this cell. Now this cell doesn't exist, so you will have to check the boundary condition, j plus 1, right, j plus 1 should be within the range of, it should be less than matrix of 0 dot size. Okay, which gives you the columns. Okay, so j plus 1 should also be within bounds. If it is within bounds, then you can easily just give matrix of I minus 1 j plus 1, right? If it is satisfying these two conditions, then you can just give that. Otherwise, let me give it minus 1. Now if my a, b and c, all of them are minus 1, okay, if all of them are minus 1, then in that case, see what is happening. As we checked in the last case, right, see, for this box, what will happen, a will be this cell, B will be this cell, C will be this cell. C is also out of bound, C will be minus 1. A, B and C, all the three will be minus 1, right? If all the three are minus 1, then you have nothing to add, okay? You have nothing to add to this answer. 7 will remain as 7, okay? If all the three are minus 1, then in that case, so you will have to give a condition. If A is minus 1, B is also minus 1 and C is also minus 1, then in that case also you can just continue, okay? You need not add minus 1 to the answer, because if you add minus 1, if you don't give this condition, okay, if you don't give continue, then what will happen? You will add minus 1 coins to your answer. After this you will add minus 1, which is wrong. You can never add minus 1. Minus 1 means dead, it doesn't mean number of coins, okay? So this is the cases that you will have to consider. Okay, now there is just one more last thing that you will have to consider, which is in this case, right? In this case what we did, see, the answer is not 15. If you just end up running this code, you will get the answer as 15, okay? By the way, I have to declare answer also. Answer is max of answer comma matrix of ij, okay? Now in this case, see, what's going to happen is, if you end up running this, you will get 15 as the answer, because whenever we reach a condition when we cannot go to the next level, we are not stopping, but we have to stop, right? So that's one important thing. You have to stop whenever you cannot go from one level to the next level, okay? For example, if you are starting from here, 3 plus 4 is 7, you have saved 7. After 7 you cannot step on any of these cells, okay? If you start from this cell, you can take 2 plus 4, 6, okay? That's it. But you cannot go to any other cell, okay? And you can never start from this cell, because this cell is minus 1, okay? So all these cells are minus 1, see, that's why this is a boundary, right? After this you can never, after this cell you cannot go to any other cell. So in this case, this is not valid. 15 is not the answer. So whenever you are reaching a condition where from one level you cannot go to next level, right, that means you have to stop. And how do you know when to stop? Okay, you will know when to stop. For that you will have to give a variable flag, okay? And whenever you are reaching such a condition, you will have to stop and return answer there itself, okay? So let me declare a variable flag, okay? So bool flag, let's initially make flag, okay, flag is false. So whenever flag becomes true, you have to return the answer, okay? So in this case, see, in this case, if flag is false, okay, if flag is false, that means you are never changing flag, right? If flag is false, that means you have to return answer, okay? You can give such a condition. So now you will have to change flag. When you are changing flag, you can change flag is equal to true in between. See, what is happening is, initially flag is false. If any time you are going to update flag, right, if whenever you are going to update flag, you are also going to update the answer. If you are updating the answer, if you are updating the flag, that means it's great, right? It's great, you can continue to the next level. But anytime you reach a condition, right, when will you reach such a condition? When suppose all the values are going to be minus 1. In this case, you are never updating the flag. See, if all the values in the level are minus 1, you are just going to continue at all the blocks and you will never update the flag. So in this case, you can just simply continue, okay? You can just simply continue, okay? So this is the thing. You will have to give this because of this case that we just discussed, okay? Now there is just one more thing is there, which is that if you are at level 0, right, if you are at level 0, suppose I is equal to 0, you are at row 0, then in that case it's very simple. You need not do all these things, okay? All these things are useless for the first row, because for the first row, what is it? Simply whatever is the answer, right, matrix of ij, that is only going to be the answer for the first row, right? So for the very first case, you need not do anything. You can just make flag, okay? You can just make flag equal to true, and you can just give continue, okay? If you are not on the first row, then only you need to do all these stupid things, okay? That's it. That is the only thing that we need to consider. Now let's run and see if it's working. It's working. Let's submit and see if it's working for all the test cases. Okay, there's just one more thing. So in the first row, I am also updating the flag, and in the first row also I will have to give the same statement, right? Answer is equal to max of answer comma matrix of ij, because sometimes from the first row you can get the answer, right? So that's it. Okay, I've given the continue statement first. I should not give the continue statement. because answer is not updating if I give the continuous statement. It's fine now. Let's run and see. So it's working for all the test cases. Thank you for being patient and listen. Hey guys, a short 1 minute break. Lot of you keep asking about what courses should I take to prepare for placements. I would like to share the course that I had taken during my placements, which was from GeeksforGeeks. Their data structures and algorithms course was what I had taken, which is this course, DSL Live for working professionals, and it was very helpful. In fact, one of the questions that was discussed during the class that was actually asked in the second round of my interview with Microsoft, and it was very helpful course for building the concepts, and they had discussed a lot of interview problems during the class, so it gave me a lot of confidence during my placements, and the course was extremely helpful. The pace of the course was very nice. They started from the basics, from every topic. They covered every topic from arrays to dynamic programming to graphs. All of the topics were covered in detail, and the instructor was also very nice. The instructor was very helpful, and he cleared all the doubts that we had during classes. And I had taken live classes because I found it very helpful to maintain discipline. That's why I had taken live classes. But I have taken their other courses also. I have taken their system design course also, which is very helpful. So these are all of the courses. I will put the link in description. You can check it out. And there is one amazing news that if you want a discount on their courses, then you can use coupon code Alicia on any of their courses, and you will get a 10% discount, which is pretty amazing. So do check out their courses. Thank you.